Howdy, folks. We are back. Got a nice little break between last night's game and this early afternoon affair between the 14U AA Kachinas and the Mountain Selects. We've heard rumors that this could be a pretty tough team. We'll see. Our girls will be up to the task. They're well rested, well fed, etc., etc. I was originally supposed to be in the penalty box for this game, but Heath Peterson, big beauty, he's stepping up and he's going to take over the sin bin duties for me today, so I can bring this action to you all. I feel like my tripod has a little bit of a lean today, but it's not. It's level. It just looks, it feels different. All right, warm-ups are wrapped up. Trying to pick up the pucks, and then we can play some hockey. Thanks, Heath. Sorry. All right, the pomp and circumstance is complete. It is time to play hockey. It will be Leighton Howard centering Frankie Espino and Aspen Jones with Dylan Paz and Bradley Peterson. Shout out Casey Paz if you happen to be watching today. Go Cougs, it is Apple Cup Saturday. Puck is down, game on. Espino controls the puck off the faceoff and brings it into the offensive zone. Once again, the girls are on this international sheet today that I think kind of took a little toll on the legs when it came time to that third period in the second game. Oops, I forgot to hit the camera. There we go. Girls kind of ran out of gas a little bit in the latter part of the second game yesterday, but I think you can attribute some of that to early season. The conditioning just isn't quite there yet, but also playing on an international sheet of ice is wildly different than in a regulation NHL size rink. This puck goes down for an icing. It's only about 4 additional feet on each side of the ice width-wise, so it's about 8 to 10 feet wider. But it's just a world of difference when it comes to battling for pucks in the corners. It's just those miles add up. So we'll see how things go today. As that puck is thrown towards the front of the net, batted to the corner, and Claire Carroll's going to come away. Bringing it down the right wing into the zone. Carroll looking. Tries a drop pass. It's like the select player kind of stepped on the puck, maybe lost an edge. Batted towards the blue line and then out of the zone. Ava Sarcier trying to get the puck off ice, but it gets deflected back into the defensive zone. Nancy Skelly taking it. Below the goal line, reverses course. A little 2v1, but Skelly's going to control the puck out, rim it around. And that'll be Carroll who gets it out of the corner. Looking. Up to Gannon. Gannon gets it out of the zone. 3-on-1 developing in the... Teams decide we're going to chip it in the corner and go to work on the forecheck. Puck down below the goal line, rimmed around by the Sluts and out of the zone. Paz will come gather it. Winding it up in her own end. Bringing it up the middle of the Sluts were caught in a bad change. Dylan Paz in all along. Oh! Nice try. Good save by the goalie there. The seas just parted. Dylan Paz was able to walk in unimpeded. A great scoring chance. Howard picks the puck up in the corner. Skates it behind the net. Tries a rim around, but it gets deflected away. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson to Paz. Paz looking for the stretch pass out to Peterson. Nope, that was Sucky. Both have 9s in their numbers. Whoa, little tie up there at the blue line. Body's hitting the floor. Here come the Selects into the zone. Cross-ice pass deflected. And Peterson's able to get it out of the zone. Up to Stuckey. Stuckey looking for Howard. Stuckey gets it in to the offensive zone. Howard pressuring. And then kind of gives up. Here come the Selects through the neutral zone. Skelly gets the puck into the offensive zone. Jones with a shot attempt that gets blocked, and here come the Selects the other way. Through the neutral zone, great back pressure by Olivia Gannon to stifle that play before it had a chance to get anywhere. Puck is still in the Kachinas zone. Battle for Sarcier with a nice little rub right there. We hear some objections from the opposing parents down to my left. I thought that this should have been a little something, but I think it's just good, hard, clean hockey. Canadian rub. Espino gathers the puck in the neutral zone, bringing it down the left wing. Looking, top of circle shot, right on the net. It's a hit! Ricky Espino had a shot on goal, but the goalie kind of just fumbled it with the catching glove. And Olivia Gannon was right there to tap it in. And with that, the Kachinas will take the early 1-0 lead. It's never a bad play to throw the puck at the net. Make the goalie make a save, make him stop it completely, And if they don't, it creates opportunities. Puck down, Sarcia moves it off the face-off into the neutral zone. Gannon gathers it, tries to chip it backwards towards Espino, and the Frankie's got it now across the blue line. Pulls up just inside the zone and loses control of the puck. Select's coming back towards the Kachina net. But, oh, that is a dangerous play. Dangerous play. Wow. Nancy Skelly in an extremely vulnerable position gets hit right in the numbers. That'll be, I'm guessing, at least boarding if not, or checking from behind. We've got a Select's parent down into our left who is encouraging the referees to call it both ways. I'm not sure how that could be interpreted any other way. They're going to call roughing. I'm not sure if that's going to be just I guess it's going to be a minute 30 garden variety roughing. Interesting call. At any rate, the Cheetahs on the power play. Shot from the point. Misses the net just wide. Leighton Howard gathers the rebound, battling for it 1 against 2. Puck comes to Paz. Paz sets it into the corner, down below the goal line. Jones. Oh, centering attempt. Got deflected out. And the Kachinas left regroup. Peterson back across to Paz. Paz looking up to Sept. Off the back end of the blade, and Leighton Howard's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. Coming down the center and loses control of the puck, but regathers control and then loses it again. Selects try to clear the zone, but not out. Paz throws it towards the net. Puck gets deflected up to the top of the circle. Oh! Riley Peterson threw in towards the net, and he ended up just kind of down there by the crease, but nobody was there. Puck comes up to the front. Oh! Shot towards the net, and it's in! Kind of a synchronized shot gets into the net. Leighton was able to put a little redirection up off of the goalie's stomach, and the puck drops down to the side, and Cassidy Stuckey was right there to slam it home. Power play goal for the Kachinas. With 8:37 remaining in the first period. Solid power play there for the Kachinas. That's what we like to see. Puck is down, Selects are going to control it into the zone, but then it is offsides. It'll be Gannon, Barton, Caro as the forwards, with Paz and Sarcier. Puck back in the Selects zone, and then juggled a little bit throughout the neutral zone and eventually into the Kachina zone. Selects trying to set up shop, low to high. Back down low. Ooh, good little kick save, I guess you could say there, by Claire Caro to knock that puck back into the neutral zone. Again, a clearing attempt gets knocked out, and Olivia Gannon's going to pick up a loose puck behind everybody. Shot into the, right into kind of the arm of the goalie. Like she didn't get quite the amount of lumber on it she wanted to. It was a cheeky little move. Good save by the Selects goalie. Kachinas changing. It'll be a Speedo, Howard, Stuckey with Peterson and Jackson looks like out there. Oh, Jackson's like a utility knife. Play any position. Puck battle for down in the Kachinas offensive zone. Stuckey's going to pursue it into the corner, working it low to high. Ooh, over the stick of Jackson and out of the zone. Peterson will regroup, taking it for a twirl behind her own net, looking boardside breakout for Speedo. Speedo cross ice to Howard. Howard to the middle of the ice, and it kind of gets soccer kicked there away. And the Selects are going to take it into their own zone. Oh, we're going to have a penalty coming up. We're going to call that a makeup call. That was It was definitely a case of two players running into each other. Nothing malicious, no harm intended. But the Kachinas will head to the penalty kill. Puck is down, battled for, controlled by the Selects, and Dylan Paz will come away with a puck in front of the net, chip it out of the zone, back to the neutral zone. Caro pursuing, Gannon pursuing. Oh, a little inside, outside. Selects forward was able to kind of shimmy shake her way out of the zone. Come in for a shot on goal, but Brinley Pryor was up to the task. .637 remaining with a minute 6 on the power play. I'm about 2 seconds ahead, so I'll just kind of pause here. Respect to the Kendrick playing in the arena. Puck controlled by the Kachinas behind their own net. Paz working it up the right wing wall, but not quite out of the zone. Selects are able to keep it in. Paz battling for it in the corner. Oh, 1v2. We need some support there. Caro steps in. Is able to scrum that one out of there. Chipping it up the wall. Ooh, through the feet of Gannon, but puck clears back to the neutral zone. Here come the Selects one more time. Into the zone, down the middle of the slot. Knocked away nicely by Paz. Paz trying to get it across at Gannon, but Gannon couldn't quite gather that pass on her backhand. Selects with a shot attempt on goal, and Pryor was up to the task again. Puck sent the length of the ice, won't be an icing. Kachinas will change. Jones hard on a forecheck, able to knock the puck off the puck carrier's stick, and now she is harassing. Nice little two-touch breakout, and a great back check by Jones again to knock the puck off the puck carrier's stick in the neutral zone, and Peterson will send it in. Selects grab the puck behind their net. The Kachinas are back at full strength. Great penalty kill. Excellent back pressure there by Stuckey. And Howard's going to gather a loose puck. Top of the circle, shot towards the goal. Blocked by the goalie, but didn't cover it. Puck gets reversed behind the net. Down into our one blind spot in the ring. In that lower left corner. Peterson will gather the puck back into the defensive zone. Rims it around off the glass, but nobody home. So let's looking to center the puck towards the net, but it was swatted away by, I think it was Frankie Esquito. Here come the Selects one more time through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Looking, stick handling, shot blocked by Pryor. Nice save. Got that glove up there. And the Kachinas are going to clear the zone. Riley Peterson will send it the length of the ice. There'll be no icing though. I couldn't quite make it. Kachinas change. Barton, Gannon, and Howard are out there right now. Barton's going to come away with a loose puck in the O-zone. Kind of. Puck clears back to the center ice. Battle for on the sidewall. 3 Kachinas against 1. And the Selects are the one that will come away with the puck. Gannon gathers a loose puck, skates behind the net. Looking up ice, and she wants to go. Puck gets knocked off her stick though, and Barton will have to gather it. Sends it at headman, but there was nobody home. Finally, Howard will get off the ice after an extensive. I'll chat about that later. Uh-oh. That's going to be a late penalty coming against Kachinas. One of those cases where this kind of gets up in the equipment and you kind of can't get it out of there. Gannon will go serve a minute and a half for hooking. Puck is down. Select's trying to get a little something going here. Noel Jackson scoops up a loose puck and sends it off the half wall on the right side, but not out of the zone. Into the corner. Skelly battling for it, working it up the wall. Puck is sent back down below the goal line again. Peterson will grab it. Peterson rims it around. Again, nobody over on that far side board. You know, the penalty kill, you don't really have controlled breakouts per se as much. Puck loose behind the net, and it squirts over to the corner to Stuckey. Stuckey has it with control, skating it down the left wing. Gains the red line and sends it in, but grabbed by the Select's defenseman, and they're going to spool it up. Coming down the middle of the ice, now pulls up in their own zone. Ooh, nice little scissor pass there. Shot on goal, saved by Brendan Fire. I like that little play that Selects just ran there. They did a little pull-up and then they hit the trailing F3 to come down Main Street and get a nice shot on net. Great save by Brimley. Sarcier grabs the puck in the corner and works it ahead to Caro. Caro up, headband pass to Frankie Espedo. Espedo in all alone. Shot scores! Frankie Espedo with a little shorty. And the Kachinas are going to take a 3-0 lead. 5-hole. Keep the change. Kachinas control the puck into the zone, and Speedo feeling it. Or so. Oh, loose puck in front. Back towards the front, gathered by. Are going to end up going to the power play. Little pitchfork action. Stick gets into the skates of third Caro, and the Selects was served a minute 30. Puck is down. It is Howard, Jones, Stuckey with Skelly and Peterson on this power play. Great back pressure by Nancy Skelly to break up that odd man rush that kind of came out of nowhere. The Kachinas are just trying to get something going here on this power play. A little pass through the triangle gathered by Stuckey. Stuckey head out of her reach. And then it's gathered by Stuckey in one-on-one against the defenseman. Shot blocked. Gathered by Aspen Jones. Jones trying to get it over to Stuckey, but it gets deflected away. The Kachinas can maybe finally establish a little offensive zone pressure here. Puck comes loose though, and here come the Selects out of the zone. Gathered by Skelly. 30 seconds left on the power play. 38 seconds left in the period. Skelly into the zone. Kind of gets rubbed down there a little bit. And the Selects are going to be content clearing the zone. Oh. Had an opportunity for an icing right there, but Pryor played the puck, so we will continue play. Puck goes back to the neutral zone. 5 seconds left on the power play now. And here comes Gannon with 10 seconds left. Cross the blue line. Inside, outside. Down the left wing, into the corner. Pulls up, looking. 2 seconds left. 1 second. That's going to do it for the first period of play. The team is leading 3-0. Good period for the Kachinas. Get off to an early goal, start the scoring early, and then kind of chipping one in every few minutes. With the latest one coming from Speedo to make that 3-goal differential we were talking about yesterday. The 2-goal lead is nice, a 3-goal lead is much better. Hello? Your daughter's playing amazing again? Okay, go ahead. Got a lost land. All right. 14 minutes on the clock. Period 2 getting ready to start. It'll be Aspen Jones centering Clara Caro and Cassidy Stuckey with Nancy Skelly and Avis RCA on the D. Selects control the puck into the offensive zone. Shot kicked aside by Pryor. And then below the goal line, Skelly grabs it, surveying up the wall to Stuckey. He's able to get the puck into the neutral zone. Select send it right back though. RCA tried making a headband pass, but it gets deflected. And another deflection. A shot on goal from a grade A opportunity. And Bradley Pryor shuts the garage doors. Says, "No, ma'am, not on my watch." "30 seconds gone here in the second period. It'll be Gannon, Speedo, Howard with Peterson and Paz. Puck controlled by the Selects to the blue line, shot towards the net, gets blocked into the corner. Gannon will retrieve it, take it for a skate. Olivia Gannon through the neutral zone with speed over to Howard. I'm not sure if that was a pass or kind of a lost control, but the momentum switched up just enough that the Kachinas ended up offsides. Same line out there. Face off won by Gannon. Back to Paz. Paz trying to get it in, but it gets kicked down in the neutral zone. And the Selects are going to send it in down below the goal line. Peterson picking it up. Boardside breakout pass to Speedo up to Gannon. Olivia just kind of overskated that puck there. She could have been gone. Instead, the Selects are going to send it down into the zone again. Peterson runs it around. Speedo up the left wing wall. Potential 3-on-1 developing. Pucks into the... that was offsides, but they let it go. And the puck will be covered by the Selects goalie. And okay, I guess they called a body check on Liv there. Yeah, sometimes maybe you get a little delay on the call, if you will. Respect to this timekeeper today. She seems to be on the same page as I've hardly had to adjust my clock. We seem to be starting and stopping at about the same time every time, with one or two exceptions. Kachinas on the penalty kill. It'll be Dylan Paz, Riley Peterson, Earl Jackson, and Cassidy Stuckey out there. Peterson rims it around to Jackson. Jackson reversing course Back to the corner to Peterson. Peterson surveying, gets it across to Stuckey. Stuckey. Gonna take it for a skate. Gains the red line. Headman pass up to Jackson into the zone, but then puck gets knocked off of her stick. Gathers control though. Throws a shot towards the net, but blocked in front. Here come the Selects winding up. Through the neutral zone with speed. 3 against 2. Down the middle, dropping it back to the F2. Shot gloved down by Pryor and batted away by Jackson. Over to the sideboards. Peterson from her knees picks it up, rims it around behind her own net. Pause, pursuing it into the corner. Puck gets reversed below the goal line. Chipped on net. Save made by Pryor. Peterson working it up the wall. Off of Stuckey's stick. Nope. Yeah, it was Stuckey. Anyway, puck comes out to the neutral zone. Oh, get it out of the box, and now we're going to have a potential partial breakaway, but then she reverses course back to her neutral zone. And the Kachinas are going to be offsides. Interesting little sequence there. .10:50 remaining in the second period. Big fan of this scorekeeper here. That clock is always dialed. Face-off won by the Kachinas, D to D. Head to Espedo. Espedo is going to send it into the offensive zone, but it's gathered by the Selects who chip it back out to neutral ice. Espedo gathers it again. Puck deflects back to Howard. Howard looking ahead to Espedo. Oh, a little bit behind her. But puck goes into the offensive zone nonetheless. Off that side wall and out. Partial breakaway here for the Selects. Skelly coming back. Shot over the top of the net. It'll rim around and Espedo's going to pick it up with speed. Espedo sends it into the ozone. Puck, ooh, mishandle behind the net. Picked up by Leighton Howard and sent it towards the front of the net. Nobody home. Jones was coming. And the puck will come back to neutral ice. Espedo gathers it, gets it back into the ozone. Volleyed back to the far. Ooh. Had fallen down, was well inside the blue line as the puck came back across, so that'll be an offsides. Both teams changing. Wholesale changes. McGinn and Caro Barton. Pause. Peterson. Peterson off the face-off. Just dumps it into the zone. The Kachinas will go to the work on that forecheck. Rimmed around. And, hand out. Pause battling for it in the neutral zone. Gets it back in across the blue line. But then it's sent back out. In the neutral zone. Carroll, great pressure. Able to knock the puck off the stick, and that'll come back into the Kachinas end where Peterson will grab it. Riley off the glass and out to the neutral zone. Selects gather it again and throw it in towards their own zone, and it is offsides. Center ice face-off coming up. No changes for either team. Kachinas send that one into the zone. No icing. They're going to work on the forecheck. Peterson pinching down, chips it back into the corner. Gannon battling for it. Behind her own net, or behind the Selects net. Someone lost a stick there. Works it low to high to Dylan Pause. Pause from the blue line shot. Blocked. Over to the corner. Clearing attempt held in by Peterson. Peterson from the low circle gets it towards the net. Puck is loose. Down behind the net now. And the Selects are going to be able to get the puck out of the zone. Good pressure there. Dylan Pause chipping it ahead to Caro. Caro sends it in. Down behind the net. Gannon pursuing. Low to high, and they can't quite get out of the zone. Great keep there by Briley, and then the Selects will send it cross ice to an area where it looks like Dylan Pause is going to win the race. Ooh! Hardy collision there. It looks like Dylan Pause is going to serve a minute and a half for body contact. Good collision. So the Selects are to the power play. with 8:19 remaining in the second period. Trailing 3-0. It'll be Howard, Jackson, Sarcier, and Skelly out there as the penalty killers. Oh, Jackson just all hopped up on Mountain Dew this morning or something. She got a little scrum there. Puck came down to the corner, and Howard pursuing it. As the puck gets set back down below the goal line again. Skelly reverses, rims around, up to the point but held in by the Selects. Oh, and then it was grabbed by Leighton. She could have been gone on a breakaway, but great job by the Selects defenseman to push that puck back into the zone. Centered towards the slot. Shot misses wide right. 43 seconds left on the power play. Puck's been down at this end the whole time. Sarcier grabs it. She's just going to send it to the length of the ice. Not a bad play, all things considered. It's chipped over my tripod here. Not a big deal. This is where my scoreboard kind of annoys me because there's 7:19 left, which matches the arena clock, but my power play shows there's 29 seconds left. The arena one shows 31 seconds left. But all things considered, we'll take it. Puck's down. Jones is able to kind of win the faceoff back, but it was gathered by the Selects for a quick shot on goal, glove down by Brinley Pryor. I know the girls were feeling bad for Brinley yesterday when she lost that shutout in game one. Late in the game. I think they're fighting hard for her today to see if we can get one. But we're superstitious here, so we're not going to talk about it, right? Puck battle for in the corner, and Espino is just going to send that one the length of the ice for an icing. 6:57 remaining in the second period. Arena clock showing 8 seconds left on the power play. I'm showing 3. I don't know how that math adds up. Face off. Won by Jones. Controlled by the Kachinas up the left wing wall. Puck set down below the goal line. Penalty is over to Dylan Paz. She'll go over across to the bench to get another forward out there. And the Kachinas will just clear this one back to neutral ice. Espino pressuring. Cross ice pass is going to be gathered by Stuckey, who sends it in off of the stanchion. Takes kind of an awkward balance. Oh, got a little rub, but no penalty. Puck sent towards the front of the net, gathered by Jones, who got across to Peterson from the high slot. Oh, just sets it down below the goal line. Gathered by Carroll behind the net. Looking, centers it to Espino. Oh, Espino just barely lost control of the puck off the stick. That was going to be a prime scoring opportunity there. Just couldn't quite gather it. Puck comes back into the Kachinas end. Peterson ahead to Espino. Espino through the neutral zone. Gains the red line, throws it on net, kick to the corner. Stuckey pursuing. And out of the zone, Kachinas are going to get too many on the ice right here. Yep. Got to wait for your partner to come off the ice before you play the puck. So the Kachinas, oops, I forgot to stop my clock. So too many on the ice. Looks like Aspen Jones will serve the minute 30. .541 remaining in the second period. Face off. It is controlled by the Selects. Shot towards the goal, kicked aside by Pryor. Puck's down below, behind the net. Skelly just pinned it against the wall, says, come take it from me if you want. Really making no effort whatsoever to move it, just keeping it right there, just draining that power play time. Already 20 seconds away on the penalty, and the Selects are going to clear themselves out of the zone. Sending it back in, gathered by Skelly. Gets it back to neutral ice. Ooh. Oh, boy. Mountain Select parents are incredulous because that puck technically never crossed the blue line, but they called offsides anyway with little anticipation, perhaps. Refs convene. We'll have a center ice faceoff. Faceoff controlled by Skelly ahead to Stuckey. And then pass back to Skelly, who sends it into the zone. No icing. Selects gather the puck behind their own net, rim it around, and out. Here they come 2 against 1 with speed through the neutral zone. Into the backhand side, Skelly, great job pressuring that play over to the corner. No shot on goal attempt. And now Gannon's going to come away with it. Up the left wing. Headman to Stuckey. Couldn't quite control it. And here come the Sluts again into the offensive zone. Cross ice pass, high slot, over to the side, shot from the dot, over the top of the net. In the corner, battle, can't really see. And the puck's going to come out to the neutral zone. Jones out of the box, done serving the penalty. The Kachinas are back at full strength. Jones skating it into the corner, trying to get it towards the center. Nobody there. A little sword fight ensued afterward. And Aspen with a great cross pass to Leighton Howard down the left wing on the dot. She pulls up in the corner. Oh, tries getting it back to Jackson, who gets it down below the goal line. Jones with the puck behind the net. Centering attempt. Oh! Just got it past the stick of Jackson, and it comes back to the Kachina end. Pause, winding up. Has Aspen Jones on the far side, down the right wing. Shot attempt wide left. Into the corner. Kachinas pursuing. Howard and Peterson try keeping it in, but it squirts back out to the neutral zone. Chipped ahead. Up, offsides. Offsides was the call there. It was a little bit delayed in getting called. It was enough to get a rise out of our Mountain Select friends down here to our left. They seem to have an issue with almost everything that's happened so far today. Face-off controlled by Peterson, who's looking up ice. Tried getting it ahead to Caro, but it was batted away before it could get there. Peterson gets it, tips it behind the net. Pause. An awkward sequence there. Puck down the left wing corner, gets a centering attempt, but nobody there. A delayed penalty is coming up against the Kachinas. Goalies to the bench, and that'll stop play with 2:36 remaining in the period. It'll be Gannon serving, minute and a half for hooking. Looks like it'll be a Speedo, Stuckey, Skelly, and Sarcier on the penalty kill here for the Kachinas. Face-off controlled by the Selects. From the blue line shot towards the net, gets blocked in front. Rebound down low, gets sent wide right. From behind the net, the Selects working it. Cycle back, looking low to high, but out of the reach of the defenseman and back into their own end. Cross ice, D to D. Great pressure there by a Speedo. And the Selects will gain the blue line shot from the blue line, glove down easily by Ridley Pryor. China's changing their forwards. It'll be Jackson and Caro coming out. Face-off, right off the face-off shot. Save made by Pryor again. Quick little face-off win, shot on goal, smothered. Let's do it again. Face-off. This time, won by Jackson. Gathers it, Trying to work it up the wall. Sarcier trying to clear it out, but it's blocked, and then deflected across ice to Caro. Caro gonna skate it now. Gains the red line. And, she couldn't quite get it in. Gathered by the Selects again in the neutral zone. Great pressure there by Jackson, though. Puck gathered by Caro. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming up. And that is going to be a minute and a half for a body check. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 30 seconds, according to the arena board. My penalty bug app thing doesn't work very well. Time seems to tick down wildly differently. So after 30 seconds, it'll be a minute of power play time for the Kachinas. Howard's going to take the face off with Martin, Paz, and Peterson. Puck controlled down. Pressured by Howard. And then skated up the right wing into the zone. Pause ahead to Howard. Howard up the wall. Ooh, good pinch by the defenseman there. And now Howard's able to clear it back. Kachinas back at full strength. They'll have 1 minute of power play time remaining. Is gathered by Peterson in the neutral zone. D to Pause. Working it ahead. Vito. Puck is deflected. Gathered by Pause at her far blue line. Working it up ice. Taking it for a skate. She's going to go into the zone from the right wing. Shot. Hits the Select defenseman there. And gathered by Peterson, who attempted a shot, but it got blocked in front. From the Selects into the offensive zone. Drop pass to the F3. Shot right and left. 22 seconds remaining in the second period. The teams are going to be content to send this one down the length of the ice, but it ain't going to make it. No icing. 13 seconds left. Espedo pressuring the play down below the goal line. Grabbed by Peterson. Sends it back down below the goal line. Espedo gathers it. 5 seconds left. Both teams back at even strength right now. Espedo curls towards the net. 1 second left. And attempt at the board. Period. Heading back to the other end.
Who's the chiropractor parent on the team?
Tony.
You?
Tony. He's. My buddy's back here with his. Look at this guy's setup. He's got the huge iPad. He's got like the phone above it. He's got a tripod handle that's 10 times better than mine. I'm basically doing this thing with a toy. That's a sweet setup.
I do video production.
Nice. That's awesome. Sport Cam is the app I use. Sport Cam, yeah. Alright, 14 minutes on the clock. Third period, ready to start. It'll be Jones, Stuckey, and Jackson with Skelly and Sarcier. Puck is down. Kachinas trying to get it up into the zone. It looks like Stuckey's going to set it down below the goal line. Into our little corner of death that we can't see. But that's alright. The Selects back through the neutral zone, chip it ahead. Skelly gathers it. Gets it back into neutral ice. D to D by the Selects. And up. Looking ahead, man. Over the stick. Sarcier gathers it. Sends it across ice to Jackson. Chips it back through the zone. Where the Selects will gather it again, and they'll volley it right back. Sarcier with time. It's a, ooh. Was looking for a headman pass to Stuckey there, but a little out of the reach. Caro behind, or no, sorry, that was Jones behind her own net. Off the referee's skate. Kind of deflected it to a somewhat dangerous area there. And now Stuckey's going to gather it. A little area pass looking for Gannon, but it was just a little too far ahead. And the Selects are going to set it back into the Kachinas. Jones gathers it. Looking. Ooh, deflected. Not out of the zone. Shot in on net. Pryor slings it over into the corner. Says, let's keep playing here. Peterson picks it up. Pass ahead just out of the reach of Gannon. And the Selects will collect it again. Once again, winding it up at center ice. Tries getting it in. Howard takes it away. Gets it across to Espedo. Espedo into the zone. Lower hash shot just misses left. Great look there by Frankie Espedo. But couldn't quite get it on net. Work low to high. Dylan Paz shot blocked. Gathered by Espedo. Espedo surveying. Has Gannon on the back doorstep. And we're going to get a whistle. 11:48 remaining in the third period. A little extended period of play there with no whistle. We'll take those. It'll be Howard, Gannon, and Espedo as the forwards with Peterson and Paz. Work cross ice. Gannon looking, drops it back to Paz. Paz trying to send it down low, gets blocked. She'll gather the rebound though, get it down low to Gannon. Gannon in the corner behind the net. Tries getting it around. Kept in the zone by Howard, gathered by Espedo, and then directed towards the corner. Selects try to clear it, but held in by Peterson. Throws one towards the net, misses the net. Wide to the left. Gannon will go collect it. Trying to work it down below the goal line to Espedo. Espedo giving a little bit of a rough ride there. Getting it. Oh, she was looking over the low to high there to Pause, but it was intercepted. And here come the Selects, chipping it back into the zone. Icing will be the call. 10:59 remaining in the third period. Both teams wholesale changes. Jones, Caro, Barton, Sarcier, and Skelly. Face-off control by the Kachinas. Sarcier sends one into the far side corner. Gathered by Skelly, shot from the top of the circles at the half wall. Misses left. Jones will go get it. Jones battling for it. Reverses it down to Barton. Barton looking net front to Caro. Caro little. It's in! Somehow Claire Caro was able to pull that thing back in forehand. I don't know if it got under the goalie's leg pad or. At any rate, the Kachinas will take it. With that, with 10:35 remaining in the third period, Kachinas now lead it 4-0. That's a hard work right there, paid off. A real grinding shift. I like to see Aspen, Harper, Claire all just really grinding one out there. Puck comes into the blue, across the blue line, and they'll be offsides. 10:19 remaining in the period. Face-off controlled by Nancy Skelly. Takes it for a little skate behind her net. Wasn't super urgent about anything there, and allowed a little bit of a forecheck. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Little shot from the blue line. Nancy Skelly was trying to swat it to the corner, but ended up kind of popping it up into the air. And Brinley Pryor was able to just sort of punch it out of there with her blocker to keep it out of the net. All the girls going crazy now. They're fist bumping and hugging. You can tell that they want to get her this forbidden word that we're looking at right now. Face off, won by Howard, back to pause. And then the Selects end up kind of overtaking the puck there. Howard works it up to the high slot, gets it out of the zone. Jackson down the right wing wall, tries to throw one in, gets little shove in the back, no big deal. He's got worse for wear. Laurel Jackson, tough customer. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Peterson giving up about 8 inches in height right there. Shot deflected by Pause into the corner. Back towards the front and out of the zone. Riley Peter, no, Cassie Stuckey pursuing it. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with 9 and 19 today. Battle for and then sent down into the corner. Selects are going to try to rim this one around. Pressured by Espedo and Howard down below the goal line. Puck gets turned around to Peterson. Skates it down into the corner, looking towards the net front. Cassie Stuckey throws one towards the net on the backhand side. Just missed, gathered by Howard. Howard looking for a centering pass with Espedo, but it gets knocked away off the boards and out of the zone. Gathered by Peterson. Kachinas change. Peterson, was looking for Gannon, but deflected away by the Selects forechecker. Now Gannon's got it behind the net. To Espedo loses control there and gets sent back. Dylan Paz got looking cross to Jones. Jones ahead to Espedo. Espedo across the blue line, pulls up, tips it down low. Kachinas will go to work on the forecheck now. Behind the net, Gannon able to knock it down. A centering pass, gets deflected in front. Espedo was right there on the doorstep. Good look by Liv. Trying to make it happen, but it just didn't. Into the slot area, swatted away. Team defense, that pack mentality. Skelly grabs it behind the net. Reverses, sends it up. Aspen Jones, the neutral zone. Into the offensive zone, down the right wing. Down the north side, Olivia Gannon on the back door was deflected by the defender. And here come the Selects. They're just going to be content throwing this zone. Fire's going to put a mid on it. Face off though, because the Selects are changing. Pryor just keep the play moving. Here comes time into the zone. Shot misses the net wide to the left. Gathered on the far wall. Down below the goal line, Skelly steps into that one, swarts the play down, and cycled behind the net into the corner. Centered towards the front, swing and a miss. And Howard will retrieve that, ties up the defender. Skelly reinforces the play, gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Shot blocked by Sarcier in front of the net. That one looked like it might have stung a little bit, but it was a tough customer. Battled for by Howard. Behind the net, over Stuckey to Espedo. Espedo out of the zone. Selects getting a little bit of pressure there. Shot on goal by Espedo from the red line. Kicked aside. She'll go for a change. Selects send it back the other direction though. Dylan Paz chips it back into the neutral zone. We're going to have an offsides with 6 minutes even in the period. 4-0 Kachinas. Let's finish this game strong. Howard Curtin with puck sent in the length of the ice. Riley Peterson He's able to deflect it off of somebody, so no icing. Great step up there by Dylan Paz. Battling at the blue line, keeping it in the zone, 1 against 3 basically. Keeps it in the zone again, gets it down into the corner. So let's try to clear the zone and finally get it out to the neutral zone, but there's Riley Peterson, who's able to chip it back out of the zone. Headman pass looking for Claire Carroll, and Carroll is able to cross the blue line, but not much further. Battled for on the half wall. Peterson, cross ice attempt. Looking for Jones down there on the back door. And here come the selects into the O-zone. Back pressure by Aspen Jones. She's having a great game today. She plays hard. Working it low to high. Barton tried clearing the zone, but not out. Shot towards the net, blocked by Jones. And then cycled down below the goal line. Peterson pursuing. Looking for a centering attempt. Pause, picks it up, skates it, sends it around behind the net. Up the half wall, looking for Jackson, who was able to tie up the defenseman pinching. Shot towards the net, kind of surprised Pryor a little bit, but she's able to get her leg pad on it, keep it out of the net, and Peterson will send it the length of the ice. And with 4:22 left in the third period, there will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Selects. It'll be Sarcier, Skelly, Howard, Stuckey, and Jackson out there. Face-off controlled by the Kachinas. Well, and then gathered by the Selects. Shot, glove down, and held by Pryor. 4:13 remaining in the third period. Got some shin taps and love for our goalie. Pucks down, controlled by the Select, shot wide of the net, kick to the corner, pressured by Howard, working low to high, and Jackson's able to get it. She's on a partial breakaway down the right wing, in with a defender kind of draped all over her, able to get a shot on goal, and it's worked up to Sarcier to Stuckey. Stuckey throws one towards the net, but it's blocked down in front. Selects are going to wind it up and take it out of the zone. Cross ice pass. And off of the skate, deflects back into the defensive zone. 3:34 remaining in the game. Kachinas still leading at 4-0. And we're going to have too many on the ice again for the Kachinas. Oh boy. Oh boy. There was nobody even headed towards the bench at that point. So, with 3:27 remaining in the third period, looks like Cassidy Stuckey is going to come serve the minute-and-a-half penalty for too many on the ice. Looks like there will be Caro, Espedo, Sarcier, and Skelly as the penalty killers for the Kachinas. Face-off controlled by Ava Sarcier. She's going to send it back to the neutral zone. Selects gather it. Looking up ice. Here they come across the blue line, but then knocked away by Espedo, who gathers it and throws it ahead up that right wing wall and into the zone. We're going to have it offsides. Oops. I didn't my camera follow that one. My apologies. Aspen Jones, Harper Barton, Dylan Paz, Riley Peterson out there for the Kachinas. Still 1:05 left on the penalty kill. It'll be Peterson who gathers it in the defensive zone, skating it behind the net, rims it around, looking for Barton. Barton ties it up, hangs out in the corner, working that clock. Eventually it comes up to the defenseman for the Selects, working it towards the front of the net. Shot! Oh no! It is in. Power play goal. Oh, I hate it for Brindley. You can tell every girl on that team wanted that shutout for her today. And unfortunately, with 2.5 minutes left in the game, a shot, rebound, nothing you can do. Puck's down at center ice. Here come the Selects into the offensive zone. Into the corner. Grabbed by Howard. Trying to get it out of the zone, but then knocked away. Still held in the zone. Looking. Top of the circle. Shot. Clubbed down by Breyer. 2:16 left. Puck collected by Stuckey off the faceoff, but not out of the zone. Dylan Paz will go retrieve it. Sending up the right wing to Laurel Jackson, who was not quite able to get it up and out of the zone. Battle for on the half wall. Chip back down into the corner. Peterson. Battling for it. Howard comes over and knocks it across to Stuckey in the corner. Stuckey off the left wing wall. Trying to skate it out. Loses control and pinned against the wall. Going towards the front of the net. Into the crease area. Not covered. But batted behind the net. Oh! Riley Peterson trying to rim it around. Ends up shooting it right off the referee. Up the sidewall, held in by the Selects, who set it down below the goal line again. Peterson trying to get it up and out, but can't. And it gets sent down below the goal line again. 1:10 remaining in the game. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up again on the Kachinas. And now a little roughhousing over here. Looks like we might get simultaneous coincidental minors, if you will. Oh, Oral's heated. Woo! Laurel Jackson just got the gate. He said, I'm guessing some kind of magic word to the official and hit her with the 10 minutes conduct, and now they scored her off the ice. So it'll be 1:04 left in the game. Teams will play 4-on-4. Should be 4-on-4. It's 5-on-5. 5-on-5. Puck is down. Jones. Back at Speedo. Getting a little bit of a headman there, and now it works up to the neutral zone. Speedo across the blue line into the zone. Battle for. Frankie's just going to set that one down below the goal line. Into the net front. Shot. Save made. Speedo with a great look in front of the net. Some emotions coming out in this game here. Not so sure that these girls like each other too much. We're going to an ozone face-off for the Kachinas to the right of the Selects goalie. With 41 seconds remaining in the game. Howard's going to take the face-off. Puck is down behind the net. Leighton Howard tries a wraparound attempt, slam dunk. It's planted by the Selects defenseman. The goalie's able to cover it. 35 seconds remaining in the game. Hopefully cooler heads prevail here at the end of this game, but you never know. Puck is down. Face off. Ends up down below the goal line. Here come the selects out of the zone, being harassed. Across the blue line into the offensive zone, trying to gather the puck to get a shot off, but nobody there. Clearing attempt goes all the way back to the neutral zone, right to the ice. Pressured by Howard, knocked forward by Stuckey into the corner. 3 seconds left. 2-1. That is going to do it. The Arizona Kachinas with a big 4-1 victory today over a excuse me. This is like one of those territorial games, you know, like the game ends and the next game's getting ready to start. Everybody's got to get their positions, you know. Got to capture the sportsmanship before we sign off. There's a reminder to always be a good sport and be a good sport always. Game 2 for the day will be later tonight over at the sauna rink that we were at last night. Make sure you wear your tank tops and shorts because it is hot up there on that observation deck. All right, we will see you guys all later. Kachinas win it 4-1.